Good morning, first graders. Today I want to read you one of my favorite children's books, The Magician's Hat. The Magician's Hat is written by one of my favorite writers and one of my favorite football players at the University of Georgia. His name is Malcolm Mitchell. This is Malcolm Mitchell when he was playing football at the University of Georgia. Malcolm Mitchell is from Valdosta, Georgia, which is where Miss Johnson is from. And he played football at Valdosta High School, and he was an All-American in high school and in college. And then after college, Malcolm Mitchell went on to be a pro athlete with the Patriots, the New England Patriots, and he won a Super Bowl. And he has a beautiful Super Bowl ring. I have had the privilege of meeting Malcolm Mitchell and talking with Malcolm Mitchell when I attend UGA football games. As many of you know from your siblings, Miss Johnson is a big Georgia Bulldog fan. I can't wait to read this book about the Magician's Hat to you. And before I do that, I want to read to you what Malcolm Mitchell's former coach at the University of Georgia, Coach Mark Richt, said about Malcolm Mitchell. And then I will read the story. It says, I've had the privilege of recruiting and coaching Malcolm Mitchell. He came to the University of Georgia with only one thing on his mind, football. During his time at Georgia, his eyes were opened to a whole new world. Part of the new world is a love for reading. And now he's become a writer. He is still one of the greatest college football players in America, but he is also one of the most well-rounded young men I have ever met. Coach Mark Richt. Malcolm Mitchell is no longer playing football. He's retired from that, but he goes around to schools reading children's books and promoting reading in many elementary schools. So, let's begin and hear one of my favorite stories. Family Fun Day at the public library is a special day and Saturday that everyone looks forward to. Family Fun Day. The library. The library was known for having cool and exciting events. For the first time, there was a magician named David. What is a magician? A magician is someone who does magic tricks. Maybe you would like to be a magician when you grow up. Everyone gathered around the magician to see him perform. After a series of tricks, the magician was ready to perform his favorite trick of all. Do you see those words in bold print? That means you read it with excitement. He took off his magic hat and began to tell the audience his story. When I was your age, my mom received an invitation from the library about Family Fun Day. During the book scavenger hunt, I wandered into the library. Out of the hundreds of books, one jumped out at me. It was a book about magic. Reading this book inspired me to become a magician. What do you want to be when you grow up? Excited, Amy raised her hand and shouted, I want to be a dentist. The magician asked Amy to reach inside the hat. She reached deeper and deeper into the hat until she felt something. A book. Do you see how I read that with expression and excitement? It's in bold print, a book. The magician asked Amy, what is your book about? She screamed, it is about teeth. In awe, Matt raised his hand and blurted, I want to be a famous football player. The magician smiled and held out his magical hat for Matt to reach into. Let's see what magic you can find inside. Matt reached deeper and deeper until he felt something. Dun dun dun. Matt roared, "My book is about football." Wait a second. This is not magic, Ryan barked from the back of the crowd. Amy and Matt's parents must have told the magician what they want to be when they grow up. The magician challenged Ryan. "What do you want to be when you grow up?" This was Ryan's chance to prove that the magician was fake. So he snickered and said, "A dog." The magician asked Ryan to reach into the magical hat. At first he could not feel anything, so Ryan reached deeper and deeper and deeper until he felt something. Dun dun dun. Looking at the magician, a puzzled expression flashed across Ryan's face. The book was not about dogs, it was about outer space. Ryan had always dreamed of becoming an astronaut. "Wow," whispered Ryan. "How did you do that?" "I'm not doing anything," said the magician. "You are." "I am?" asked Ryan. "Yes, you. The dreams and desires that are within you created this book. Follow your dreams and they will take you wherever you want to go." The magician turned his hat so everyone could see inside. What are your dreams? Malcolm Mitchell wanted to be a famous football player. Did he achieve his dream? Yes, he did. And then also his other dream was to learn to read. Did he learn to read? Yes, he did. And now that his football career has ended, he is reading children's books and writing children's books for children in elementary schools all throughout our country. Way to go, Malcolm Mitchell. You're a true hero. Thank you.